You just heard my biodata. But the best part of my biodata was not in that. I'm the grandson of a railway man. And railway has a peculiar way of getting into your DNA, not into your bloodstream, but into your DNA. So as I see his picture just behind me, I go back to those days, 50s, when I was a very young kid. I spent so much of time in these places that I just can't explain to you. I get very emotional because of the kind of feedback we got and we still get from the teachers. Not only are you one of the biggest employer in India, one of the most disciplined forces. The section of the Indian society which serves without ever opening their mouth. Nowhere will you find the railways or the army. These are the two organizations which are our backbone of today's society. So that is why I felt that to come and lecture you on motivation would be like carrying coal to nails. You are a motivated lot, there is no denying that fact. What do I speak on those things? Yes, we had a couple of other subjects. Aging gracefully was one of them. But then what happens is aging gracefully we have started doing for 9 and 10-year-olds, not for people who are in their 20s. So that is the time when you must get your input. Alternatively, for people who are facing retirement, they need the inputs, the information. This is not it. So I decided to speak on a subject which is very close to my heart. Dr. Roy just told you about NLP. NLP is the language of your brain. It's called neuro-linguistic programming. It is not a very old subject. It is a subject which is taught as a part of behavioral science in all business schools, and the classes that I have in IIM right now are on NLP as an elective subject. Now, you will always appreciate this fact that your brain does not know any language. It only survives on images. If I tell you that you're going to have a cup of tea, the tea is immaterial. You can call it tea, you can call it chai, you can call it anything which you want to. But the picture that your brain will get is of that liquid that is served. This is NLP. I will take a leaf of one of the masters of NLP, Dr. Anthony Robbins, and speak to you on emotional fitness. Now, why emotional fitness is because I can explain it to you in very, very simple terms. Is most of us have played cricket, play cricket, or see cricket. You are the cricketers. You have the bat, you have the ball, you have the wickets, you have the grounds. Today, I am just the white side screen that you have. Nothing else but the side screen. When you are young and you play off the streets in small little parks, you don't need a side screen, you just go and play. But as you grow, as the game grows in you, then you need a side screen to see the ball. Very often you will see that Sachin Tendulkar halts his game. Why does he halt it? Because the side screen is a bit wobbly. So today I am the side screen. Now, you can call me the why guy. I will now today raise questions in your mind about why do we do the things that we do. There must be some reason. There is a divine reason. Why do we do the things that we do? In spiritual science, we call it law of karma. That aside, there is a particular way that you operate. Ever since your birth, your value system was ingrained in you. From your value system, you build up your belief system. A person born in a Hindu family would build up Hindu beliefs. A person born in an Islamic background would build up Muslim beliefs. So from this value system, we come into the world where we come in touch with day-to-day living. And that is the place where we face maximum amount of problems. Because sometimes what happens is that side screen gets a little wobbly and you fail to see what you need to see. In emotional fitness, there are 6 things that I would like to talk about. I know that every one of you are back from work and you have a tired self. So I will not be lecturing you on it, I will just be giving you a little bit of storytelling on the basis. The first thing that we have is certainty. Everybody has some amount of certainty in his life. If I was not certain that this roof would hold, I would not be sitting here. Similarly, in each and every one of our lives, there are certain factors which we take for granted. It is meant to be there. So life goes on, and God in our infinite wisdom decided, बहुत ज़्यादा certainty हो गया इनको, और uncertainty add करें. The uncertainties are the challenges and the surprises that we have. Every one of us likes surprises, don't we? But that's not true. It has to be pleasant surprises. The ones that are not pleasant are problems. Those are what are the uncertainties of life. The third thing is significance. Everybody wants some amount of significance. Some by saving life, some by taking lives. One reason, I'll deviate for a while. One reason that you can get immediate significance is if you have a gun in your hand. On a scale of 1 to 10, if I have a gun in your hand, I become instantly significant, 10 on 10. I hold it to your head. You're going to listen to whatever I say, 10 on 10. That is why in our society, violence holds such an important position. And unless our collective consciousness changes, violence will be a part of our life. The collective consciousness will change only if a large segment of society gets its emotional fitness. The next item, fourth, is connection or love. Love is too dangerous. People are afraid to connect. So they look for connections. Connections between you and your higher intelligence. Until and unless you have that, your life is easy. The fifth one, these four are the needs and requirements of your personality. The next two are the needs of your spirituality. When you serve, when you organize your work, you obviously do a lot of social work which is built into your work. Why is that? Have you ever asked yourself this question? Why is it necessary for you to do social science? Why is this man always looking for opportunities where he can go and serve as a doctor? The engineers do the same. The finance people do the same. Every single profession does the same. If you have asked yourself this question, let me tell you something. You are all creatures of abundance, born into great families, raised as great, best of school, the best of colleges, the best of working culture, the best of families, your own families, your own children. Have you ever wondered who pays for this? I never did. I studied in a very good school. I studied in a very good college, the University College of Law for that, the Indian Institute of Management in Calcutta for that. And when I qualified as a lawyer and started working in the Calcutta High Court, I realized that in the 3 years, I paid only less than 500 rupees as my college fees. 12 rupees was still just the other day. My grandfather was a lawyer. He paid 12 rupees per month. I paid 12 rupees per month. The doctors over here who qualified from Calcutta also paid that. And when I qualified as a lawyer in the year 1976, it took the state 5 lakhs of rupees in those days to create a lawyer. Who then paid that 4,99,500 a month? This question largely remained unanswered in my life till very recently. I am associated as a trustee of a eye hospital called Shankar. And about 2 years back, a very famous authoress Mahashweta Devi approached me. She said that we are having a lot of problems in this place called Jungle Mahal. Can you help us out through Shankar Nethralaya? I said, what is the problem? He said, there's a target audience of about 5,000 children who are going blind by night. Night blindness was rampant. Now, all of you, most of you are doctors, because in the first 15 people I met in this school when I walked in were doctors. So I don't have to tell you that night blindness is caused by an abject lack of vitamin A. Shankar Nethralaya organized this study and had a 6-month scheme of providing tablets for them. We had what is known as medicine minders. We built up the society absolutely from the ground level. So if a child doesn't have the medicine, somebody else would be minding the child so that he has the medicine. The results were just fantastic. After about 6 months, there was not a single child in that 5,000 children audience who was suffering from that problem. So they decided to give us a treat, a felicitation of some sort. And when they did, they invited us over. It was a very grand day for that society of Santans. In a clearing in the forest west of Bankura, we went there. It was a great day for them because it was one of those days when they had got their BPL quota of rice. 2 rupees 26 paisa per kg is the price that they get. They are supposed to get a lot, they don't get it. But when they get it, they are absolutely overjoyed. You should see the abject poverty that these people live. You serve them and you know them. I was a stranger to them. When I went there, they served us rice on a salt paper. And when this rice was served, I was waiting for the next item to come. सोचा कुछ तो मिलेगा राइस के साथ. वही पसंद ना हो कम से कम दाल ना हो तो कम से कम salt ना हो तो एक चिली भी कुछ भी तो किससे राइस खाओ. So when this problem came up, I asked Mahashweta Devi. Mahashweta Devi said, "Tumi shuru karo, you start. Otherwise, these people are not going to break bread. They are not going to start their food until and unless because you are the chief guest." So I said, "How can I say? India khao." I asked her in English. Mahashweta Devi, as if some of you know her or know about her, she has dedicated her entire life to the Santals and to the tribals. She knows every single custom, every nook and cranny of that place. So she's like, "Oh, Kidiya Khabe, okay, let me call the Dadi." Dadi is the head of the family. She's an 85-year-old lady, white hair, dark skin, craggy face. She walks up to me. And she said, "Babu, kya ho gaya? Ab khana kyun nahi shuru karo?" He said, "मैं शुरू तो करूँ, पर किससे खाऊं? What do I have this rice?" Answer that she gave me cheat. He said, "Babu, भूख दिया था. Have your food with your family." Suddenly I realized 85% of my countrymen have their rice with food. That was an indicator. That changed my emotional fitness, that changed the way I looked at things. But that was not all. That was not all. After that, as is customary or as is, should I say, a characteristic of a lawyer, we go deeper into a subject and find out where are the nooks and crannies of them. He said, "Why is it 2 rupees 26? People rice, we keep on hearing it's 2 rupees only." Then I was told that 26 paise is for education cess. Then I understood who has paid 4,99,500 for my legal education. That when you are aware of, as a railway man, I'm sure you are aware of. That changes the perspective of your life. That changes the entire way that you have started looking at your society. Why do you need that now as a side screen? Is because of the next points. I gave you the 4 points. The next point is growth. In every single way, in every single, excepting for, I don't know if there's an oncologist over here, excepting for cancer, all growth is good. And unless you grow, you die. So growth would be the next part And growth does not mean growth in a haphazard way. We all grow from a child to an adult to a full-grown male or female, and then from there we get into our old age. This is a part of our growing. And the last part that I have to tell you is about your contribution. Deep within you, in your DNA, is this cell which is located, which does not give you 1 minute's respite. It eats into your internals unless you keep on paying back to the society what you have brought out of the society. My friends, this is a subject which I had studied in the United States of America.